This is David of Lotto Odds. It's November 19, 2025. Okay, AIPick3.com is up and running, and if you have the Lotto Odds Auto Predict um, subscription, you get this for free, and also you get AI Pick 4 for free as well. What I want to do here is I want to show you what I've done with the Powerball. All right, the Powerball is pretty cool. I'm still working on it, but you can play around with it. And I'm going to show you how you can reduce the numbers for Powerball. Improve your odds of winning Powerball. We're not talking about millions of numbers. We're talking about thousands of numbers, and you can get them even under 10,000. Okay, which is, as you know, Pick 4 has 10,000 numbers, and people are winning that quite often by using Lotto odds. So, as you can see on Lotto odds, the winning form, you can see how many people keep winning Pick 4 on there. There's one person who keeps winning it back to back. Okay, so it's not difficult, I should say, to win Pick 4 with 10,000 numbers. So if you take Powerball under 10,000 numbers, you should be able to win this as well, and have a very good chance of winning the big win. Okay, but the thing is, with this, you're only getting 5 numbers. I'm going to add Powerball later. Okay, the Powerball here in the red. So when you go into the lotto pool here on AIPick3.com, all right, you're going to see pick 3 here. These are the pick 3 numbers, okay? And then you're going to see the Powerball here. And what you have here is you have the filters. Here, first of all, 77 is the default patterns. As you know, there's about, if you look at lotto odds, there's, I think it was 125 or 126 patterns like this. This is 77 is the default pattern that all the other patterns run off of. Okay, they're mixed up differently. And you'll see that if you're when you go to lotto odds and you go to Powerball and Mega Millions, you could see those. But for Powerball, it's 77 and it hits quite often. Now you have filters here, okay? I'm not going to go over all of them, but when I start reducing these numbers for you right now as an example, you're going to see what I'm going to use. Then you have the chart here where the prior winners are. Here's just basically the 1, 2, 3 pattern, the front 1, 2, 3 number, and the front numbers, and this is the 1, 2 in the back numbers, the patterns. 2, 1, 3, 2. These are just patterns here, as you can see here, and 1, 2 numbers in the back, right? The last 2 numbers here. These are these patterns here, 2, 1, 2, 2. As you can see, the last 2 numbers. Wow, look at that. They come out pretty. Look, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. It's just 2, 1, and 2, 2, where 2, 2 dominates. So if you're gonna start picking Powerball numbers, probably go with 2, 2, right, for the last 2 numbers here. And this here pattern at the end here is all of them put together, 5, 1 to 5. All right. Should I go over these? These other ones are very understand how these work. Um, this I'll go over with you later. I'm still working on this, as you can see. All right. So what I'm going to show you here, I'm going to expand this. This is where all the magic happens. All right. Default, reverse, whatever. You don't even need to know that. It'll do the magic for you, and it'll spit out numbers here. And they do come out. If you do this, look, if you click this button here like that, right, and it shows you, see that, the first 3 numbers, and there it is right there. Okay, these are how many past winners you're going to choose to have this, okay, analyze them. You see 3 or 4 or 5. The more you have, the more numbers you have to mix to get the winners in here. For example, let me show you. See, if I go this here, it's still there. The 3 numbers are still within the past 3 numbers. Past 3 winners, I should say here. That too. There you go. You know what? Let me minimize this there so you can see it better. Hold on. All right, that's better. So, okay, so look. So I went there. See, I want you to look at this here, right? This section here. This is what we're matching right here. And you're looking at this if it's matching, right? And basically what's showing you the past 3 winners. It's taking the past 3 winners, right? It's doing its magic in here, right? And then it spits out these numbers in here, you know, when you saw them previously. Hold on, like this, look. Hold on. There. So it spits out these numbers, okay? So 17,448 8,981. But we're going to reduce these drastically, okay? That's what it does. And within these, the three winners are there. See, like that, right? The more past winners you have here, you get more winners matches. Look, but so far so good. You see that? See, that's not there, but so see that? 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 Okay. So that's what it is. So it's not in the millions, when you're dealing with this. It's in the thousands, but we're gonna reduce these. Now you have this here that says the first three numbers, and then you have the second page that has the last two numbers, and that's how it looks like. See two numbers right there? Okay. So in here, down here is when you put the first and the first three numbers and the last two numbers, you get the Powerball numbers here that you could wind up copying and playing. I'll use your strategy and match it with this and figure out which numbers you want to play. It gives you a better chance of winning Powerball than the way like 99.99% of people do it. So let me show you how that works. Let's start with the 2 at the end, right? And I want you to look at the last two, right? Numbers that win a lot, right? Look how black does come out regularly, right? You do have the purple and the greens coming out, right? So it'd be purple, green, or black in the fourth row, and then the fifth row is pretty much what dominates is black. Black dominates pretty much. You do have some type of purple there, but it's mostly black. You see, and you see how the 60s are there, 60s, and then here you do have 60s, 60s like that do come out, right? So you want to try to reduce the numbers as much as possible and catch the winners, right? So we're going to take the numbers here and we're going to reduce it by just 60 and 60. So we're going to take all, but hold on, not just 60 and 60. Look at the end. Look at the end of the fourth digit, right? When it hits 60, let's reduce this from up here so we can see the numbers even better, right? So if we reduce these and we go, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Hold on, let's do this. Let's turn back everything on. Let's do this. Let's go to the colors. It's easier. Let's go. We're looking for the 2 at the end. So we want black, right? So we could see the numbers, how they run. So now here, see, look, 60s. Look at that, back to back 60s, right? See, you could see them clearer when you use the filters. Okay, November. Look how many times in November it hit 60s and 60s, right? October. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're talking about like hundreds of millions of billions of dollars here we're playing with. And look at the symbols. Look at the patterns, I should say. Not difficult to identify, right? And look, the fourth number, you start with the 60s, 61, 62, goes up 60. Okay, so we're looking at this. We're looking at, hold on, the second number here, we're looking at all that, just 60s, right? So 60s, all these, like that, right? So let's look at the fifth number. This is the fourth position number, okay? So let's look at now we got the 60s, okay? And look at all that, September, October, November. All right, so let's look at the fifth one. We're going from not 60, but it looks like 65 and up, right? So 65 and up. There you go. Okay, I don't even have to filter this out because it's right there. 65 and up. So what we're going to do down here, we're going to first digit, we're going to do the 60 like that we just saw the pattern. The second, we're going to turn off, and we're just going to go 65 and up like that. Let's see how many numbers we got so far remaining. All right, for the last two numbers, we only have 5 on this side. These are the 5, and here we only have 7. Oh yeah. Black comes out with the 60s like that. High probability. The last two Powerball numbers are going to be one of these. Okay, 10, 11, 12 numbers, right? Yeah. So it's going to be one of these. All right. And if you look at the other one, 69 already won. If you think 69 is not going to win, you could take that out. So if we take that out, 69 at the end there, let's see how many numbers we got left. Wow, look at that. Only 3 here, only 5 there. What 67 1, it's not going back to back. And look, you've got high, high, high. So we could be getting a lower 60s, right? Under 66. Because look at the 61, 60. All right, but let's see. Let's just take out 67 out of there because it's just 1 and it doesn't look like it repeats too much. 67. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. 67. Oh, that's the at the end. Sorry about that. 67 here. 67 one there. We're looking for the second 67. There is no 67 in the second. So okay, so we don't have to reduce anything now. 67 is right here, and the fifth is right here. It could win again. But look, 68 after we took out 69. I'm not going to touch that now. All right, so we have 5 and we have 3. Now we have 8 instead of 12. All right, so we set that up. Let's see if we could do anything else. Okay, so remember here, look at the 1 2 what we talked about. 2 2 and 2 1 win often, right? Look at that 2 1 2 1. When you're dealing with the 60s, 60 and 60 range, the 2 1 dominate. 2 1 dominate, and 2 2 already hit. Look at this 2 2 and it flips to 2 1. 2 1. It's 2 1, guys. It is 2 1. Turn off all this, go to 2 1 like that. Okay, so if you see it here, then see it's not there. So if this is the correct pattern that you've chosen, you reduce the numbers, then it will not be 2 1. Then we could be looking at, excuse me, yeah, 2 2. Yeah, that's correct, 2 2. Yeah, so 2 2. It could be 2 2 coming out because there's nothing in 2 1. So if you reduce the numbers correctly, then it's only could be the winners 2 1. Maybe we get it back to back 2 1 right there. Right, but also remember we took out the 69. So if we do 69, if we put 69 back here, did we take it out from here? It's right here. No. So, okay, so this is good. So, all right. So anyway, so we took 69 out of there, all right? And this is what we have left, okay? And then what are you going to do with this, okay? What you're going to do with this is choose them like that, you see? Now you've chosen them here, okay? Now you need to choose the 3 numbers, right? The first 3 numbers, okay? So you don't have millions here, and you don't even have thousands here on this side. You only have these 8, but it depends how many numbers, 3-digit numbers you're going to choose on this side, that it will duplicate these, right? So if you choose 1, then it's 1. It's going to just add them all up with 1. If you chose 2, then it's 2 each, 2 each. If it's 10, it's 10 each, like that. That's how it works. So let's go on the other side here. All right, now let's clear this. Let's determine what we have here. So this is what we're playing with here. So if we think, look, we've got red hasn't hit. Look, red hit here. Red is overdue. And red with the low numbers, low digits, right? So if you think red with the low digits is going to come out, okay, then we are looking at this. I'm going to show you. Go to colors, red, right there, red, and then the third number, red, third number, look, it's either purple or blue, but purple already won after blue, so blue would be overdue. So we'd go red, and blue, right? Red, and blue. All right, we're down to 602 numbers times 8. You see, that's how that works. But let's try to reduce these even more. Okay, so here, see that? It's up to 14. We want the low digits of the red. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, hold on, let me see. The first digit is going high as well, or is it staying low? Staying low. It went high. All right, so we're going to do the first. Here we're going to go low, the low digits like that. Okay, up to 9, and then we're going to go to the second, also low digits like that. Okay, all right, so now we have a total of 140, and 84. That's all we have right there. Let's see what pattern was winning with this. The red. Look, RDRR, RDRR. And here you got DR. These will change all the time, and I'm still working on this column, so I'm not going to touch this column right now. Let's see. These are group patterns we're hitting. All right, so if you mix these up, put them down here, okay, it will put the two numbers together. But first of all, what I want to do, I want to see if I can reduce these even more. Just bear with me a second. Here we have 1 already won, so I don't think it's going to repeat. But if we look at the reds, right? Reds that hit, and we change this to here red, so we could see the pattern better. Here red. All right, and look 2 1 2 1. That's what we picked. At two, look, three threes. The threes, we could get another 3 coming out in here. So if we do that, go here, turn off everything, but turn on the 3s on the right hand side, right? So we do that, we do that. Okay, still have that 14. Still have, we're down to 28 and 14. 28 and 14. Okay, and how about the filters? 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Here's 3. Here's 2. Take out 1. Right? 3 and 2. You still have 28 and 14, which is a good sign. How about odds? Odds, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 3. So it'd be actually just 3. 3, 3. 3, 3. That. It's that. All right. So you have now only 21 and 7. So if you choose that and you choose that, there's your Powerball numbers, guys. 224 Powerball numbers. Okay. You cannot do this in your head. And I'm going to add additional filters on here. All right. And I'm going to also add AI on here. All right. AI is going to be added on here. Which is, I'm working on the AI that is predicting numbers, so I need more time on that. But these would be, this is how you pick the numbers, and then from here you could try to reduce them even more, depending on how many numbers you want to play. I remember in one Powerball, this woman it was like $1 billion or something, and this woman spent $10,000. I mean, it was ridiculous. I mean, she had no system or anything to improve her odds of winning, and she just threw her money away. Obviously, she didn't win. She didn't even have a chance to win. But anyway, these 5 numbers would win you $1 million, okay? And this is how we would play the lotto pool. So Powerball lotto pool, that's what I'm working on here, as you can see, coming soon. Powerball lotto pool. And then down here, what we'll have is once you have these numbers like that, they're going to be buttons, okay? And then when you choose the buttons, you'll be able to purchase that number and join other people in purchasing the numbers as well. So you buy one number, it locks it, and then another person can buy a number, so forth, so on. Whoever wins, everyone wins. But that's it. As you can see here, you're reducing these logically, and with the Powerball numbers, you're down to 224 numbers, and you're reducing them logically, okay? Gives you a better chance of winning, okay? And if you only have to identify, if you could identify the pattern better, okay, then you'll be able to really catch the Powerball winner. Better than just throwing your money away in the garbage all the time. And then you pick the number you want, and then or numbers you want, and then you just play them constantly like that, okay? All right, I wish you the best.